Hey, what's going on, friends? Hey, listen, I've been sitting at my computer for like an hour now trying to catalog a little bit. I have a whole list of curated books that aren't listed on the two cataloging sites I use, Cover Price and Comic Book Realm. So I have a list on my computer of books that like need to be updated, right? They don't have it listed on there at all. Cover Price does a good job of, well, not a good job, but you can submit covers and they'll get around to it. But I finally put it in like an Excel spreadsheet, and there's like I think it's close to 700, like 680, 690 or something of covers that aren't listed on both. So it's kind of interesting that second prints and different store exclusive variants that you just don't see on there. So you can't really gauge a price for them. So, I have a round number of what my collection's worth, asterisk, right, because of condition, but also extra asterisk because there's a lot of books that are missing on it. So there's that. Enough about that though. We're gonna do a flurry of videos of just showing you guys some books just to clear up some space on this table here behind me and show you guys different covers of unique books. I don't always show keys and stuff. I show you books that I like due to artwork, due to what's going on in the story, so on and so forth. Just random stuff that you guys don't pay attention to and don't see. So first up, we had the day off today due to the holiday. So I went down to be continued down in Crofton, Maryland, the best comic shop in Maryland, which is funny because they actually have a sign there on the side of the road. Hey, best comic shop in Maryland, stop by. Of course, it's a day off, but I was able to stop by to talk about some variant stuff and just to, shoot the crap, so to speak. And it was a fun time. I got to meet one of the prolific artists in the area, Mr. DJ Jackson. So cool to see him there. Well, we just started talking, and then I got to check out a few things that I was interested in that I've stored credit for, and I was perusing through some of the the cases in there, and it was funny because the slabs, and there was one box in the back that was like strictly Golden Age stuff, and you're talking like I think Batman #4 was in there, and I was like, oh my god, like just hold it in my hand, 3.0, 3.5, 4.0. I think it was a 4.0 copy, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be looking in here. I don't have that much store credit. But there was also a 9.4 Green Lantern 86. Y'all know that first appearance of John Stewart. That's gonna be a big DC book with the James Gunn stuff going on. And there was another one I really wanted, but it was in the 9.6, and I'm like, if I'm gonna get high-end variants, let's try to shoot for the 9.8. 9.6 would be cool. I was contemplating it, but it was a Ultimates #1. It was Art Adams Galactus variant where he's kind of like, he looks like he's squatting down like he's about to dribble a basketball. That is like one of Art Adams' best covers. I was contemplating it, but I decided to not pick it up. So instead, there was another variant box in the front, and I picked out a few books. I will say, I'm not going to say what it was, but there was a 1-in-10 ratio incentive variant that's very hard to find, right? This is going to be a book that's going to be sought after because of it's already been ready to go option for DC, what they're going to do. I'm not going to tell you which character it is, but it is absolutely coming with one of James Gunn's properties, what he said was going to happen. So I'll put that out there and say what it was. Tried to get it. It looked like it was going to be a 9.8. I think Keith knew what I was about to do with this book. I definitely wanted to get it graded, whether it was going to stay with me or if we were going to, see if we can't sell it or not. That begs that's a question for a different day. But he wanted to grade it himself, so I was really bummed that I couldn't come away with that book. I really wanted to, and then there was 2 other Campbell books that I really wanted, but I'm gonna let him grade them. He got those books for a reason for himself, so for the store, and I get it. But I did walk away with one book that he was happy to trade for me to use some store credit for. So this is a modern, I wouldn't say grail, but it's one of those like harder to find books. 1-in-25 Star Wars Dr. Aphra #6 Volume 2. This is a Jen Bartel hard to find book because not too many people are ordering copies of Dr. Aphra. Of course, even after issue #6 there's been several 1-in-25, so it's not like it's the last 1-in-25, but this Jen Bartel one has been one hard cookie to find. We're looking that there's a sale for $430, but it was from early last year, so it's a really old one, and then everything after that was around the 150 mark. So we settled for an amount lower than that, which was really, really, it's really kind of him to do so. So I appreciate it, Keith. Thank you so much for this book. And it looks great. So I think we're going to turn around and try to get this one graded, see if we can't pull the 9.8 out of it. So really happy to add Jen Bartel, more Jen Bartel goodness to the collection. You guys know how I feel about her. You know, Tula Lotay, Jenny Frizen, you know, these women that are really killing it right now on the cover artist aspect of the comic books. So let's continue on here. So this is just a batch of books that we have here that are sitting here trying to just showcase. I'm a big fan of Archie, of course, guys, but I was also a big proponent of this Mark Waid reboot that they did. And basically with this book, it really kind of kickstarted Riverdale and the path that it went with its kind of eeriness to the show, right? So this one was like the Cheryl Blossom arc of it. Where do we want to put this? We'll put it over here. I think I just like dented this book a bit just now. Oi. I hope I didn't. Gotta be careful. All right. And then some Star Wars. You guys know about this. This is the Sergio Aragonis Star Wars cover for issue number 2 of Gru fame. You guys know that. Issue number 4, first print. We have, these are great here. These are really nice pickups. So Knights of the Old Republic 32. There's a couple other ones in here. These are all like $10 issues. Because it's like, goes after like Dark Revan's origins and so on and so forth. So issue 27. So I think they're all just kind of mixed in here. 28. You definitely want that. Was it issue 8 or 9? Which he also had a 9.6 in graded in one of those boxes that I looked at. But man, you know, I don't want to blow my credit on just one book, right? Well, I'll come back, man. He's got good stuff like that. He always has good stuff. So, you know, everyone that's a big fan of these Knights of the Old Republic books. I love the video game. It was like the reason to have an Xbox back then, 2003 time frame. Rebellion, Darth Vader. Just a nice Darth Vader cover there. The Kylo Ren. Of course, you want issue number 1. There's multiple printings of it. And then issue 3, I believe, is the other big book you want. Issue 2 of Star Wars there. And issue 3. But we definitely don't have, was it the Santa Staros is like issue 5 or issue 6 or something like that. This great Marvel Zombies, Marvel Zombies 2 cover by Sudyum. So I was watching something where somebody was like bashing Arthur Sudyum. It's like, why? It's not that bad. Dragon Slayer number 1 with the newsstand there. It's a cool fantasy book. What else we got here? Oh, this is kind of cool. This is Grayson number 1, the Batman 75th anniversary variant, signed by Tim Seeley, which is really cool. But this is the Jock variant for that. So cool gold signature from Tim Seeley. We have a variant here of Civil War, the Secret Wars 2015 series. This is like the manga variant they said it was. So cool little variant. I love these Darwin Cook side land, or was it say vertical cover shots here. Action Comics 37s. So each one of the New 52 issue 37s had a Darwin Cook variant like that. So shout out to one of the best, and we miss him dearly. Green Lantern issue number 10. Remember when these were first dropping? These were worth a pretty penny. They were only like 1 in 15s, I think. 1 in 10s or 1 in 15s, but just the sketch variant of the A covers. Now, at one time, these books as well, the Gwen variants that they were doing for all the books around 2015 time frame, because Gwen was just a big deal after her Spider-Verse appearance. And here's another one, the Gwen Doc. And then on the bottom there's a genetic wonder engineered and designed only for killing, to give it that acronym there, which is kind of funny. It's really nice Jughead variant here by Cliff Chiang. Again, just around the time period where Paper Girls was really hot, so Cliff Chiang was definitely getting a lot of love. This is a 50th anniversary variant for X-Men for Uncanny X-Force, issue number 11. No significance here, just a variant cover. Here we go again with another Darwin Cook book. on the Wonder Woman there. Pretty nice Wonder Woman. We have a Katie Keene. I didn't even know this was a thing. Katie Keene, later like 80s series in the newsstand here. Those early Katie Keenes, man. Those are nice books to have. We have Gotham Academy, issue number 3. So I think there's going to be something with that should happen too. I really feel. Never had these. These are the 8th printing variant, or sorry, 4th printing. I think they went up to 6 or 7 print. I don't know why I said 8th. 6 or 7 printings of this AVX, man, which is wild. So these are 4th printing gold covers. I think the final printing is like full gold instead of the yellow. So something to just look out for if you're a reprint hunter like I am. This one's kind of cool, which doesn't have any significant added value to it, but another hard to find variant here because it's limited to 5,000. Battle of the Planetus 2. This is the animation edition variant there. Pretty cool to find that. And of course, I like this series not only because I was a fan as a kid of this manga, but Alex Ross did the covers for the Top Cow Image series. Agent of Frankenstein. I've just kind of been picking these up whenever I see them. This one is the 2nd printing, because that is the animated Creature Commandos, right? It's going to be a thing. So this, for the longest time, I could never find this book, and now I have like 4 or 5 copies of it. But this is Chip Zdarsky's Spider-Man Life Story #1. This book is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest checking it out. It's just Spider-Man through the decades as if he actually aged. So in the 60s, of course, he's a teenager. 70s, he's going into his 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, so on and so forth. So it's really, really cool, different kind of take on Spider-Man. I highly suggest reading that book. Just finding the trade, like it's so good. Next up, we have issue 359 here of Captain America. I believe this is like the cameo of what's his name? Oh man. Crossbones. I don't know why I was thinking of like Bloodsport, and I was getting all those guys are the same. They're all mercenaries. So Crossbones, I believe 359 is a cameo, and 360 should be the first appearance. It's awesome. Maestro issue number 3 cover here. It's a pretty cool book. Then we have Gold Key Star Trek, which I thought was pretty cool. No significant value on this one. It's 25 if you want. One's a little older than that, but it's just cool to have. This book still has some price to it, which is interesting. This is ASM 400. This is the first death of Aunt May. Spoilers. So embossed on the front too, like the gravestone, is pretty cool. You want to find they did this again as a 3rd printing, I believe, for ASM 700 with Doc Ock on the cover there. So that one's pretty cool. You want to find that one. That one actually has it's about the same price, honestly, as the 400, which is kind of cool. Issue 680 here, Avengers during the No Surrender run. Just a great Mark Brooks cover there. Big cover guy. And just support these guys that make fantastic art on these covers. We have a Jim Lee Batman, issue 611. Hush storyline there. Nice little assortment of stuff, right? It's always unique things you see here. With King Midas in the vault. Amazing Spider-Man 278, just a newsstand copy of it. It's a nice newsstand. It says $3 back in the day. I'm imagining that's probably in the $10 to $15 range now. This one's kind of cool. This is Adam Hughes, Legends of the Stargrazers #1, but this is a preview, so it's like a 2-page little promotional thing. But it's Adam Hughes art. I like it. Want to keep that. More of this. I think it's my 2nd or 3rd copy of this Swamp Thing. This is more of the movie tie-in kind of book covering Swamp Thing. And we have more Swamp Thing. We have issue. What's this issue? Because it's cut off on the cover, so I have to issue 23. Every time I look it up, if you guys look at that, you can't even tell. It's like just number 2. Issue 23 there. We have a Star Wars Legacy #7, just Adam Hughes goodness. Issue 49 to 50 actually have a little bit of a price to it, just the final issues of Star Wars Legacy, so we have both of those. Very nice. And then I guess we're finishing off this video with issue number 2, the annual for Darth Vader, the second volume 2 here, I believe, because the current one is volume 3. Cool. So I think like that's a decent amount of books. That's what, like 50 or 60 books that we showed you guys, going on 15 minutes. That's a good crucial time to cut these videos so that you're not sitting here forever wasting 25 minutes of your time. So time is valuable. I just appreciate that you guys check out these videos. Shout out to be continued. They're doing great. They have a YouTube channel. Check it out. Hopefully they have more content in the coming days for you guys to check out. It's going to be a good time. Just great guys, fantastic community. Can't say more about what they do and what they provide. They're simply amazing. If you're ever in the area, please, Crofton, Maryland, check them out. And tell them your boy Vaughn sent you. All right. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this video. Do all that great social media stuff. And then, as always, bag and board them. We'll see you in the next one.